Docteur Henry Kissinger, depuis que je m'intéresse à la politique, c'est-à-dire depuis longtemps, vous êtes une référence. Adolescent, je suivais vos initiatives pour la paix au Vietnam et pour trouver une solution. C'était ce qu'on appelait les accords de Paris. Vous connaissez bien mon pays et vous êtes un ami de la France. Et encore ce soir, vous nous avez livré une leçon de relations internationales, gratuitement, ou presque. Et je veux ici vous en remercier pour la profondeur de vos analyses, pour la hauteur de vue. Et c'est précieux que d'avoir des personnes de grande expérience comme vous pour éclairer la suite du chemin.
See, let's take it back. Kissinger served as National Security Advisor and Secretary of State under Presidents Nixon and Ford. And while serving in the administrations, he flagrantly violated U.S. law time and time again in Laos, Bangladesh, Cyprus, East Timor, and Chile. In a Media Roots article titled Why Henry Kissinger Should Be Tried at The Hague, author Andy Pieskik talks about how Kissinger was one of the chief architects of the U.S.-backed coup in Chile. See, in 1973, the CIA generously supported the overthrow of Chile's democratically elected government of Salvador Allende. And what followed was 16 years of oppression, torture, and death under the fascist regime of Augusto Pinochet, along with the steady flow of resources and profits to multinational corporations. Furthermore, during Nixon's presidency, it was Kissinger who oversaw legal bombing campaigns that slaughtered millions of Indo-Chinese civilians across Vietnam, Cambodia, and Laos. This number doesn't even take into account the countless thousands more that have died in the years since from exposure to the toxic chemical Agent Orange, sprayed all over the landscape in Kissinger's scorched earth policy. According to the UN, tens of thousands more civilians have also died as a result of the unexploded U.S. bombs that still litter the countryside after the war, with just as many left maimed. Ironically, in 1973, Kissinger wasn't just overseeing death and destruction, he was also winning peace prizes. Yes, Kissinger actually won a Nobel Peace Prize for helping bring the Vietnam War to a close. Amazing. But during the end of his time in office, Kissinger and Ford helped Indonesian dictator Suharto invade East Timor with weapons furnished in the U.S. Same man who had facilitated a year-long reign of terror resulting in 1.5 million people dead, according to Amnesty International. According to Pieskik, again, the guiding principle of empire, one that Kissinger and his kind accept as naturally as breathing, is that independence cannot be allowed. In fact, Kissinger has such contempt for the average lowly serf that he was even quoted as once saying in Woodward and Bernstein's book, The Final Days, as calling military men sent to fight in all the wars he plotted in the comfort of his own throne, quote, dumb, stupid animals to be used as pawns for foreign policy. Wow. Why don't you tell us how you really feel? So, what has Kissinger been up to lately besides hiding out at Yale? Well, after leaving his coveted position at the White House, he went on to found Kissinger & Associates, an international consulting firm that represents the world's biggest multinational corporations, including many with ties to U.S. foreign policy. And although his client list is not officially disclosed, it's rumored to include such gems as Arco, American Express, and ExxonMobil. Kissinger also never really went away. He's been lurking behind the scenes in D.C. ever since he officially served. And given his insane criminality, along with his known disregard for human life or accountability, what better person to appoint to investigate the 9/11 attacks? Yes, few people know that Kissinger was actually first picked by George W. Bush to lead the 9/11 Commission until the Jersey widows forced him off. But he continued to consult Bush and his cronies on the Iraq War for years to come. And now, he somehow remains a relevant figure to this day, parading around talk shows, think tanks, and even prestigious universities to reassert American exceptionalism and imperialism, no matter what the pesky costs.
C'est sous les yeux de milliers de spectateurs que le président Shimon Peres a honoré l'ancien diplomate américain Henry Kissinger avec un prix particulier qui récompense sa contribution significative à l'État d'Israël, à la paix au Moyen-Orient et à l'humanité. Henry Kissinger est l'un des premiers hommes politiques à recevoir le prix présidentiel d'Israël, accordé mardi lors de la cérémonie donnant le coup d'envoi de la 4e conférence des présidents, créée par Shimon Peres. Aujourd'hui âgé de 89 ans, Henry Kissinger était secrétaire d'État américain sous la présidence de Richard Nixon. Il avait reçu le prix Nobel de la paix en 1973 pour son action diplomatique pendant la guerre du Vietnam et la guerre de Kippour.